I'm Christina, and I'm gonna show you. This looks like a total infomercial. Hello, I'm Christina, and I'm gonna show you my collection from Bandai's early 90s Power Rangers Evil Space Aliens collection. So, as some of you who follow me know, I collect toys, or at least the amount of toys that my small New York City apartment wall space will allow. And most of the toys that I collect are old ones from my childhood because nostalgia is one of the few things that we have left to enjoy this shit world. Now, Power Rangers was a show that I will always hold dear to my heart. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with it. I mean, it's the perfect postcard from the early 90s. My neighborhood friends and I would all pretend that we were the Power Rangers fighting off monsters, and just we had a blast. You can actually see me dissociating in real time, getting sad thinking about it. Fun fact, I don't own one single Power Ranger. I only own the monsters because monsters and villains are better. They're also cooler looking. I mean, come on. I'm also only covering the 8-inch scale Evil Space Aliens. There are other smaller ones, but I'm not going to get into that today. The reason I'm covering these is primarily because every time I post a picture or video with the shelf of these behind me, I get so many messages saying stuff like, who the hell, what the hell are the, what is going on that shelf? So, getting into it, a majority of these came out in 1993. They were actually some of the first Power Rangers related toys released in the United States, other than a few like plushies and stuff like that. There was also a smaller second series released in 95, around the time that the Power Rangers movie came out. Some that stand out from that group are, of course, Ivan Ooze and his minions. There's Ivan. He looks pretty interesting. His two robotic minions being Scorpatron and Hornator. Pretty cool looking guys. You can see them in the movie. Highly recommend you watch it.
Ew, gross.
Van Halen's on the soundtrack. I also love that there is no real consistency with what these things are made of. For example, take this Babu figurine. He's made primarily of the hard plastic that the base of a lot of these are made of, but then there was this flexible grayish, almost rubbery plastic that was added to him so these wouldn't break. I feel like this could double as a very specific kind of ASMR. Then there's this toy of Master Vile, who is primarily all this flexible, rubbery kind of material. And look at him, he's a bulky figure. The only thing that really moves are his hands that are sticking out that are made out of plastic. Everything else is rubber. Here's another one like that. This is Calcifier, and his legs don't move at all, but see, they're flexible rubber. Only his arms move. This is Jean-Luc Picard. Hey, this is Silent Night, which, yes, pun intended. We can get the usual suspects out of the way. Other than Babu, everybody knows Squat. And look, he comes with a cute little bag accessory. We have Finster, everyone's favorite evil scientist that Rita always yells at and bosses around to create most of these monsters. I always had a soft spot for Finster. Doesn't he look like a cute little standing up Falcor? Furthermore, I am so pissed off that there is no Rita in this 8-inch toy line. We have a member of the Putty Patrol, but what is this? He's holding Goldar's sword. Putties don't really even use weapons. They're just flip-flopping around and making that like blah, blah, blah sound. But for some reason, yeah, this guy comes with the sword that looks suspiciously like Goldar's. And you would think, oh, okay, maybe they released it with another toy to give you incentive to buy the Goldar toy, so then he would have his sword and that would be complete. But no, look, the Goldar's hands, not even made to hold anything. So this was always strange to me. But he is lovely. Look at him. I love Goldar. No, I really love Goldar. No, like I love Goldar. My favorite one out of all of them, and I'm not even kidding you, Bones. Look at this goofy little freak with his pink cape. Unbelievable. Now, this is a top-notch, gorgeous figure. We have two creatures from under the sea, both beautiful. We have Piranha's head, which actually in the show, he has like fish nunchucks, but for some reason they gave him this really cool looking fish scythe, which I guess was easier for him to hold on to. Another little weirdo freak, Goofish, with this weapon. Look at that. Also, the weapons. Let's touch upon the weapons for a second. So many of the weapons have this little handle on the side because the hands are just so stiff and pre-designed without putting these into account, I think, that they had to add this little handle so they can hold on to them. Another weapon handle utilizer from the team that we all know, Lord Zed. See? Also, they gave him no cake whatsoever. Nothing. What is that? Here's two cuties I feel like would be friends. We have Guitardo and Rhino Blaster. I love the colors on Rhino Blaster, that really vivid pink. I actually had to order Guitardo's weapons separately on eBay. They were actually really hard to find. Here's another cutie I have a soft spot for. Well, this is a given. Sacadillo. He is so solid. He's an armadillo. And this weapon, I love this weapon. Look at this. Whoever designed this weapon, they put some extra love into that. It's gorgeous. Then we got this big guy. We got Merrick the Barbaric, and he has one of these weapons that goes over one of the hands. Calcifier has that also, two of them. These both come off. These were also very, very difficult to find together, so I had to get them separately. And last we have King Sphinx. King Sphinx is super cool. He's made from a different plastic that all the other ones are made from. It almost looks like he would be a Fisher Price toy. But I love him. He was one of the first ones of these that came out. I think Bandai thought that King Sphinx was going to be a bigger deal than he actually was. Another fun fact, you can actually see King Sphinx's detached head on the top of a shelf in the comic book shop of another popular show at the time called Beetleborgs. So there you have it. That's the collection that I have on that shelf. I hope I did them all justice and made you guys feel a little sense of nostalgia. Or maybe I taught you some new stuff about the Power Rangers universe that you didn't know before. Either way, I love making videos and posts like this. It's like a diary for me that I'm sharing publicly. It doesn't really matter to me who likes it or who doesn't, or with anything like that. I'm not fishing for likes or anything. I'm just having fun. Now I'm gonna get all YouTubey. Let me know in the comments if you want to see anything else that I got and hear a bunch of lore about it that you didn't ask to hear. See ya.